Hi, this is Dr. Kathleen Hallinan, and we're continuing our weight loss vlog. So we're going to go over today the difficulty that people have when faced with the carb versus calorie issue. I have a lot of patients who go see the dietitian, and dietitians do a great job. Lots of times, though, it gets a little confusing because they will teach, particularly people who have diabetes, how to count carbs. And this oftentimes does not result in losing weight. So I'm going to teach you what's most important for weight loss. If you have diabetes or you've gone to see a dietitian and they focus on carbohydrates, certainly learn and listen from the experience. But what I will tell you is the punchline is calories. You must pay attention to how many calories every day. And lots of times people will try to kind of, ballpark it. Don't ballpark it. You must count. So that's why the MyFitnessPal app is so good, because it counts it for you. You just enter in what you're eating, and or you can do what I did when after I had twins, and I just kept an index card with me, and it was really low tech, but I just counted out how many calories I had every day. So very important. Do not get confused with the counting carbohydrates, because you can keep track of your carbs, but that doesn't mean that you're counting the protein and fat. And so now you've lost track or have no idea about probably 2/3 of what is making up your meals for the day. In addition, if you're gonna focus on carbohydrates alone, the only way to make that work to have you lose weight is if you're following Atkins or South Beach and are cutting your carbs to less than 20 or 40 grams a day, because that's when you put yourself into a state of ketosis. So again, it's very confusing for people, the carbohydrate thing and the calorie thing. I'm going to tell you, just focus on how many calories a day. Count everything every day and keep it, again, use something that makes it easy, like an index card or like the MyFitnessPal, which is a great app for your phone, and because everybody has their phone with them all the time and they're glued to their phones. So that makes it very straightforward. So here's my board again. Carbs versus calories, total calories, count how many calories. Forget about the carbs unless you're doing Atkins or South Beach. If you decide you want to do Atkins or South Beach, then by all means, read the book and count your carbohydrates. And if you keep them to under, I think 20, I believe, is the induction phase, which is kind of pretty rough to do. But and then it kind of allows you to go up to a 40 for 40 grams of carbs. That is how you do Atkins or South Beach. And there's another video I did on high protein, low carb stuff if you kind of go back in the other videos. And then count everything. Protein is very important because you will get to eat more and be more full for the amount of calories in the protein that you eat. You know, so if you have a portion size of chicken, that's much more filling for the amount of calories that you'll get out of it, as opposed to the same volume of, spaghetti. So protein is filling. Protein will not spike your insulin output after you eat. And then the downside benefit of that is that less insulin output means you're less hungry later. So so most of your day should be made up of protein, so vegetables and meats, okay, so and fish, and just set yourself up to succeed. Whatever, when early in the week or at the weekend when you're planning on your week, cook up some chicken in some speedy sauce or whatever, and then slice it up and just put it in the fridge for the week. And if you want to nibble on something, pull that out, nibble on it. You can wrap it in romaine lettuce or things like that. You can roll up lunch meat, dip it in mustard. So these are ways you can get protein without, and it's low calorie and low carb. But again, you must count. So very tricky, because I have a lot of people who will go see the dietitian for their diabetes, be told how to count carbs, and then wonder why they're not losing weight. And it's because you're not counting calories. So I hope this is helpful. Again, go back into some of the other videos that I've done and look at the high protein Atkins stuff. That's a little bit helpful too. You guys are doing great. Great questions, and thank you very much.